Hey guys, and this is Scrubby Panda with another review, and we are going to be reviewing, discussing, and going over a brief summary of God of War Ragnarok. Um, it's a direct continuation of God of War 2018. Uh, as always, it's going to be a brief, probably chatterbox, not very well oriented summary until I can start getting the hang of these things. And I do appreciate those who support me in the process of me learning how to do better, giving me some feedback on what I can do better. Um, you know how it goes. Again, footage used is going to be used by other creators. So I'm going to drop links in the description. Go check them out. Give them some love, as always. We'll go ahead and get into the summary of God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok starts out following Kratos and his teenage son Atreus as they navigate the icy winters of Fimbulwinter. They also prepare for a prophesized war against the Norse gods, and essentially the summary of the entire story is Atreus is basically Loki, which is a Norse god in Norse mythology, who is also like the leader of the giants. Following the story, they are quickly attacked by Thor, and essentially this kind of kicks off how the story starts. After quite a bit of filler material in the story that I don't feel like getting into, the Atreus eventually manages to get to Asgard and gets a hold of Heimdall, gets aggressive, and eventually Kratos meets up with Freya to try and find Atreus because they didn't know where he went. They go to one of the realms. I think it's like not Alfenheim, but whichever one it is. The one with all the forests with Hati and Skull. And eventually they prepare for a battle with Heimdall. In order for Kratos to battle with Heimdall, he must create a weapon, which they go to see the lady that Brock calls. And in order for the lady to create this said weapon, they had to find a magical ring called Dropnir. And Dropnir is a magical ring that has infinite duplication, essentially. In God of War history, this is probably one of the coolest weapons, just because of the ideology of an infinite spear. But yes, Brock has a thing for the said lady. He wants to tag that shit. And the lady who magically takes Kratos' blood, fuses it together to create a spear, essentially a Spartan spear that can be infinitely thrown a numerous amount of times and can be detonated as a minor explosion. This spear is a key pinnacle to defeating Heimdall, and yeah, this is kind of how the meeting with Heimdall goes.
He's open! Fuck! That's all this is!
What is going on in that empty little head? Oh, no, 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 no. You are going to spare me out of pity!
Let it go, you may live.
Is this about the little runt? Oh, now I am definitely going to gut him.
This is your final warning.
I don't think a warning is going to cut it.
You think you can...
Brother! Brother! This isn't who you want to be!
So after viciously beating the shit out of Heimdall, satisfyingly too, another villainous fight where you just wanted to kick the shit out of him, and you do get to do it, and it's just satisfying. That's one of those fights. Shortly after, like I said, very rough summary. So they release Hashi and Skull. And after returning Hashi and Skull, Niflheim? No, Niflheim's the desert one. Whatever the fuck this one's called. The jungle tree area returns to a day-night cycle, and things go back to normal in that realm. Soon, eventually, I think prior to all this, Atreus meets Agrabah. Now, I believe Atreus does meet, I think before
Laufey?
finding Hashi and Skull and
My mother?
the rest of them. And
I wish
he
it were
meets
an
Agrabah, who is a kind of been keeping these little marbles that have the souls of
I
giants.
know how it feels.
Eventually, he helps
To lose a
Agrabah.
parent.
She's also been painting these
To
murals
lose both.
that have the prophecy for Atreus being Loki.
Your mother may be gone, but your father,
And yeah,
you've still
they
got time.
like defeat her grandmother who had a big pot and was killing animals or something.
goodbye.
So that was a thing. And shortly, soon, we'll jump to it. Eventually, things just happen, and Atreus gets to Asgard, gets Odin, figures out Odin's trying to get this mask, and eventually you get one of the biggest, plot twist type scenario or betrayals, in which Odin was actually playing as Tyr the entire time and kills our beloved Brock.
One last time, I will pick up my spear, and I will lead us to Asgard.
Excuse me, but if you got a way to Asgard, where's that idea been this whole fucking while?
That's rather a fair question, brother.
You withheld Asgard.
You would have gotten us all killed, and we needed to give Loki time to find his destiny. Here it is. It's all led to this.
If we can get inside, I'm going after Odin.
I will not stop you. We can do both.
Spot on, brother. If the mask doesn't give us an out, we'll still have the drop on him.
Works for me.
Let's do it then, and quickly, before he sees us coming.
He does hate surprises.
Slow down, you damn spruce. I still want to hear the details on this, new way to Asgard you got. Spill it!
It's an ancient path. We can't reach it from here.
Where then?
Let me collect my things and I'll show you.
You ain't got no things. And where are you going with that mask, Brock? That belongs to the kid. He earned it. All you done was make passable dirt soup.
Brock, it's okay.
No, it ain't. This ain't right. All the pieces ain't welding together true. Like, what's with him calling you Loki anyway? You know that ain't his name. Hey! I'm talking to you! You never shut up! Brock!
all the things.
Odin.
Let go of the boy and face me!
Tell your brother to throw me the mask and you've got a deal.
Stop moving.
Freya?
If he dies,
Now. Wasn't part of the plan, but if he dies, we are square for Heimdall. And honestly, you got a bargain.
I will kill you. Plan on that.
So nice spending time with you again. Freya, please. Can't be in two places at once. Frig. Hey! I don't move, you don't move. Don't do anything you'll regret.
I regret many things. Killing you will not be one of them. Release my son!
I'm in control! Here! Throw me the mask! Now! Too bad, son. Looks like war after all.
After this betrayal, obviously all of Kratos' companions eventually figure out they need to find either an ancient giant, ancient god, I can't remember exactly what it is, but Suitor and his wife Symmetra, I don't know. They just need it. So essentially they need to kill him in order to begin Ragnarok, which would give them access to Asgard, so that way they can go and kill Odin.
Combine them. You get Ragnarok. It's time.
How long do you think this is gonna take?
Odin must have sent them!
After the gank fight between Hist and Mist, the two Valkyries Odin sends to stop Ragnarok, Ragnarok begins, quickly escalating the conflict and eventually leading to all-out war. Ultimately, Odin's defeated in a large fight, and one of the most satisfying things for a piece of shit like him happens, involving a beloved dwarf, as you'll see here.
I don't need this to make me whole.
We stopped his madness. That's all that matters.
That's what comes next.
So yes, that concludes the base game of God of War Ragnarok. Odin's defeated, everybody becomes happy once and for all, I suppose, except for Sindri, obviously. The next aspect comes from the DLC Valhalla, as the game continues with Kratos and essentially his redemption for his complete annihilation of the Olympian gods. Ragnarok, the Valhalla DLC shows essentially Kratos is invited to like the gates of Valhalla of a sense, and ultimately faces trials against old Olympian enemies from Greek mythology, things like minotaurs and the regular undead, things like that, to face his past as a god who killed so many gods. And the God of War Tyr is there to help him, wielding weapons from different mythologies: the Aztecs, the Olympians, the Norse, the even Buddhist, and all of the such. Eventually, Kratos does come to this and essentially finds redemption in the challenges.
What can I say to you? I remember how it felt to take that throne. All that it meant. And all that it did not. A god of war. God of pain. Of suffering. Of destruction. And the one said I chase redemption that I know I can never deserve. What does that make me? God of fools. A god of... hope. When all else is lost. You lost everything. And everyone. You became... There is no forgiving you. You chose! I chose. But now, should I, this same man, should I sit, take, proclaim, lead, place myself in service? In service? Should I lose everything and everyone? There's to be enough left inside so that I do not become you. I do not know. But I have hope. You are cruel and arrogant and selfish. But you are more than that. You have always been more than what others saw. You are more than that.
Now, in this resolution, Kratos finally understands that the mistakes he has made, the way he reacted, how he took out the old gods of Olympus, will haunt him forever. But instead of becoming a straight god of war, he intends to become almost a god of hope, to recreate his own destiny. It's a very great ending to a great story, essentially, for Kratos. I think that really like ends the whole summary. We'll get on to the actual achievements and review. Now here we are onto the achievements sections of this video. We're going to talk about some of these achievements, what I think is good, what I think is bad, what was the pain in the ass. So by the end of it, when I finish the main game, the problem I have is with Steam itself. It is not necessarily the game. 200% a Steam game, if it has DLCs, it is not separated, which sucks. Because that means you also have to go through all the DLC. I think it's a win-win scenario, like a win-lose scenario. When you're burnt out on the game, if you get burnt out on the game, now you have to do all the DLC. If you fucking love a game, it really pushes it and you really want 100% it, it does push you to play some of the content that a lot of people may not play, especially while achievement hunting itself. Really, most of these are not super bad. The Valhalla ones are pretty easy. The 3 boat captain keys was a little tricky. I had to do a guide for that just because I couldn't find what I was doing. So yeah, all these right here are all, I believe all of these right here until here. Yeah, actually, you pretty much actually have a platinum trophy for this Steam like trophy list or cheap. Sorry, I say trophy. Like I said, I used to be a big PlayStation player before I swapped to PC, so I call them trophies. They're achievements. But right there, you see, collect all trophies. God damn it! I said trophies, like achievements. Collector was kind of a pain in the butt. Some of them, especially like King Hrolf, the bosses, so like the berserkers, relics, and sword hilts, things are missable. You have to do certain things. It's a pain in the butt. Florist. Another issue I have with some of the trophies on this list, and some games specifically, is the forcing to play an end game. The florist is a force you to play the end game achievement, because some of the areas that these flowers are in, you can't get to until you finish the entire story. And like I said, it's like a win-lose scenarios. For some people who are really just trying to get it done, that's gonna suck. For people that love the game, that's a little extra more to see. A lot of these are just like return all Lindworm's Thoratic Tasker. That wasn't too bad. Craft the dragon scaled armor was weird because you had to defeat certain dragons. One of them was like hidden as a statue, and you had to do a certain thing in order to get him to become a real dragon. It was strange. Majority of these, like this one's a little difficult because you gotta look at the map, make sure you grab everything. A lot of these are like side quest stuff. The Pure Heart, Return the Stags of the Four Seasons, side quest, collect all the books. That's obtain all the, apples of Ioun and Bloodhorn Meads, fully repair the Amulet of Yggdrasil. Battle Heimdall's a trophy. Story driven. Remember the Spartan Teachings was also story driven. That's when you get the spear. The Trials of Muspelheim I actually enjoyed. I enjoyed the Trials in the first game too. Fun little, segment to just do. You know, pet Specky and Svanna. That's petting your wolves that drag you around for the first beginning of the game. Free the half goofas. That's another missable. It's a side quest essentially. Fetch Lunda's orb, side quest. Retrieve Martel, that's another side quest. I believe you have to battle the Neo enchantment, battle the mysterious Valkyries. That's trophy related. That's fucking man. I suck at this. That is story related, not trophy related. My bad. The Lingbacher, that's a side quest. I think the rest of these are all majority of this is side quests and just getting a lot of the collectibles. All in all, the trophies, the achievements are not that hard. They are just time consuming. Let's see. What do I have for time on this? I have almost 50 hours. That's from the start of that's from start to finish. That's doing the story, getting all the collectibles, doing everything else, and doing the DLC. I probably spent about 8 or 9 hours on the DLC. So we're probably at 40 hours to finish God of War Ragnarok to get the 100% achievements list or to get the platinum trophy. Yeah, I mean really that's all I got for the achievements. I can't say much about the you know let me adjust this camera. So now let's get into the I guess I'll just go into my review now. So I'd say my review for God of War Ragnarok is pretty acclaimed. It didn't receive a game of the year. For a minute I thought it did, but then I completely forgot about Elden Ring, which definitely deserved game of the year that year. I believe it was God of War 2018 that got game of the year, which is a little controversial for some people. Red Dead Redemption 2 got it stolen from it. When it comes to the game of years, it's all about release timing and really your general audience of who you're pushing it out to. Games like Red Dead Redemption, a lot of casual people take a long time to absorb the entirety of the game. Um, Not because it's a bad game, not because it's a complicated game in the sense that it's just a long game. The story for Red Dead Redemption 2 is just long, and it takes a while to finish, especially for someone like me. I work 40 hours a week, 3 kids, and a wife, and a house to take care of. It takes me bits and pieces, and sometimes I get a couple hours to sit down and play something. Um, I think that's a huge dynamic into the Game Awards itself. Back to God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok, I think, took what God of War 2018 did and did it better. Uh, there's a lot more content, a lot more stuff. Still a lot of collectible grind that I don't like. I don't like collectibles in video games, or at least I don't like forced collectibles for achievement hunting. I love achievement hunting because when you get it done, you get that really big goal, like whatever that chemical in your brain is called, fucking makes you high essentially of happiness. Um, and that's how I felt when I finished this game. By no means do I dislike God of War Ragnarok. The story is incredible. The gameplay is fun. Although when you hit that end stage, it gets repetitive. You know what to do. There isn't a lot of challenge. I think some of the things that some of these games stray from is like difficulty. I played the game on story mode. Uh, I'm one of those lazy achievement hunters on things. If there's an easy way out of it, I'm probably taking it. Like you said, as a casual, I don't have all that time to do that. It's actually kind of why I haven't been able to 100% any of my Resident Evil games. Because I play through it once, I get up, and then I start on a big trail and get a lot of it done. Like Requiem, I'm right there on Requiem. I have like what, 5 achievements left on it. Really, it's I think it's like, don't buy anything from the store, don't heal, don't use blood collector, and finish the game on insanity. And I just haven't really gotten to it. I'm trying to play some of these other games too, so I guess that doesn't help. And I've also only recently started this achievement hunting idea of mine that I wanted to pursue. Um, and I've been enjoying it so far, and I hope everybody else enjoys it too. Like I said, I'm gonna probably just start streaming these playthroughs of these games in my grind. It's really hard to keep uploading walkthrough videos. So what I'll do is I will stream on YouTube. Once I can get a better schedule going, I'll let people know of a regular schedule. So if perchance I get a little bigger, a little more noticed, I have a better for schedule to have people being able to watch me. Um, and I really encourage people to do. If you see me on, just join, say hi, shoot up some conversation. I love conversation, politics, uh, world shit, whatever. It don't matter. I'll talk about it. I have some pretty based opinions. Um, Same thing with like religion. I am really not religious, but I am a Christian. I've never been big into the whole religious aspect of things. If you want to know more about that, ask. That's kind of the like neat thing about watching my streams. You can ask questions and I'll answer honestly. And I'm not an asshole where I like, you know, I'll just blow smoke up someone's ass about something. I don't know something. I'll look into it and I'll be like, man, I'm wrong. That's besides the point. Let's get back to the review. Sorry for constantly going off topic. Um, God of War Ragnarok is a fantastic game. Um, I think it's better than God of War 2018, mainly because it took the story into a better direction. I do know that God of War Laffy is coming out like next year or soon, and that's getting a lot of huge criticism because they're like, "Oh, wait, Kratos. It's not a God of War game without Kratos." The and then you have some people that are getting a little overly political about it. The people that are mad about it, they're like, "Oh, they're misogynistic, they're sexist." Which I don't think is actually the case. I understand what people are talking about when it comes to God of God of War. God of War is God of War. Laffy is not the God of War. Kratos is the God of War. Um, Although I think they're not. I don't think they're necessarily saying God of War because they think they want to make a new God of War. I think they did like in a literal sense, like Kratos is no longer God of War. This other person is whatever. I don't think it's that. I think they're just using God of War as the label, the world building mechanic essentially. In the world of God of War, sort of like how all the Spider-Mans work. You get the Spider-Verse or whatever. This game is definitely taking the franchise into a different direction. Which I'm all for. More God of War is always a good thing. They've always been great games from the first one to, this one. I think God of War Laffy will be a great game. And it'll be cool to see a kind of a prequel or a precursor to the regular Norse, as it's supposed to take place, I think, either during or after both of God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. Um, and sorry for saying all the time. I tried to keep my try not to make a huge script. I'll make a page with some talking points and some just, spitball facts, whatever. I like to dig into my own brain, come up with my own creative wording for things. So sometimes I get stuck. I spew out everything so fast. It's a good game. I can't really say much more about it. The graphics are good. They were good for its era. Came out on a PS5. The gameplay is fun. It's really the same as 2018, but they added some more stuff. The drop near spear was a really cool addition. The story is probably what really holds it together, though. You do gain a really good connection to the characters, especially Kratos and Atreus, because in the first one, let's all be honest, we fucking hated that kid and wanted to boot him off a rock. But he was also just a kid, and he's learning, and he's a god, and he's learning what it means to be a god. Um, same even with Kratos, he has some learning moments, and he is attempting to not kill God. I find it ironic that a man that killed so many gods is really trying hard not to have to kill gods, and they kind of force his hand into doing it. Same like almost like the Heimdall fight. You as a player wanted to kill Heimdall, but Kratos himself did not. He was just forced into it. And there's a lot of good theming in here, redemption, uh, be careful who you can trust, betrayal, stuff like that are big themes in here. Um, in accepting and forgiving is another big theming, especially like Freya. Freya finally forgives Kratos for killing her son Balder. Because the what's the word? Sorrow or mourning of her son caused her to just consistently attack Kratos, and Kratos did not want it. The entire reason why he killed Balder was to save her life, and he recognizes that maybe that wasn't his choice to make. Um, she wanted Balder to kill him or kill her. Sorry. The game's good. The story is great. I'm not gonna give it an S tier. This game it is a solid A. I don't even think 2018 was a solid S. I think that was also an A. And yeah, it's an A tier. I give this game an A tier, and eventually I'm gonna make like a little list on those like little rating things when I figure out how to do it, and we'll start putting up our tier rating list for all the games we do, and then maybe at the end of the year we'll go over all the review videos I've done, and maybe just discuss about the gaming of the games of the year. I'm excited for the games of the year's awards this year, just because there's so many good candidates. And no, I don't believe GTA 6 will be up there. Uh, the problem with GTA 6 is it's not necessarily I think it's going to be a bad game. I think it'll be a really good game, but it's launching 2 months before the end of the year, and games that do that tend to not make the game of the years. Look at like Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders was really fun when it first came out. I had an absolute blast with all my buddies. Obviously, the streamers, no lifers got a hold of it and kind of killed off a lot of the fan base. Sort of like Tarkov. I have a lot of hours of Tarkov. As soon as that PvE mode released, that's all I played, and it's because the P because it is because I don't have time to dump 24 hours, 7 days a week into a game, and I don't get all the good stuff in the first week of the game's new season or new wipe, whatever. But God of War Ragnarok is a solid A game. Uh, it's good. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend you give it a try for yourself and figure out what it's all about. Um, but that's gonna be the end of this video, and I appreciate you for stopping by to watch. You like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Trying to get my name out there a little bit. I'm trying to build up that community I want to build up. I want a community of casual gamers who have like minds, you know. Uh Maybe also build a little community of some achievement hunters so we can all help each other. Right now I'm in the process of finishing up Far Cry 4. Um you can probably if you check out on my channel every so often you'll be able to see the my me streaming probably. Uh the achievements on that have been kind of not too bad. It's the multiplayer that's a problem. Like most old games, the multiplayer servers are dead and the co-op servers are dead. But luckily I've been able to get a hold of the Steam communities with some of the guys up there, and we've gotten them done. So be in tune for that video shortly. I also just I think a couple weeks ago finished Jedi Survivor. So that'll be my next 100% can't talk 100% video. So stay in tune for that too. So again, not only that, let's also give a shout out to the content creators. Let me see if I can. We're gonna give a shout out to Jekovac TV, Tila, Shirako, and Gain Clips for their for us using their stuff there. We use some footage clips just because I did stream almost my entire playthrough in 100%ing of God of War Ragnarok, but I deleted them all because I didn't really know what I was gonna where I was leading this channel to, and I really like this concept easier. It's easier on me to do it this way. So this is no, is this a review? It's kind of like a update on how I'm perceiving my channel. I like to do these 100% videos. It's simpler and it's helping me hone my editing skills a little bit until I get a little bigger, maybe make some money and can hire someone else to do it. uh that'll probably be a while. Those that are subscribed, thank you so much for being subscribed. It helps. And I appreciate that. Even the 15 subscribers I have, it's great. Um, the 1 or 2 views is better than no views, and I appreciate them all. Um, even when I get bigger, all those other, if I get bigger, who knows? Maybe this will just be a dead channel forever, and I'll be posting for nobody. I enjoy doing it, and I just want to build a great community, and then eventually my ultimate goal with this is to be able to make money so I can start helping other people. That is something I've always wanted to do. You see people with all this money. I want to be able to, take care of my debts, get a couple things that I wanted in life, and then after that, just work so I can help other people. That's what I want. And I don't mean like Mr. Beast help people. I'm talking about actually go out, start some real like helping companies, I guess you could call it, like nonprofits where I monitor. I don't want a government monitoring for me because I don't trust the government, and neither should you. So again, shout out to those content creators. All of the videos and whatnot that I used for some of the footage in here will be in the links below. Do give them some love, give them a shout out, uh, like and subscribe to them too. Uh, they all made good content that I was able to use for this video, and I appreciate their good editing skills, I guess. They do a good job. Thank you for watching this again. Please do like, subscribe, and uh, try and give me a chance here. I'm doing my best. Uh, but peace out, guys.